now the call to the warrior in you, to the healer, the teacher, the student, the magician, the lover, the king, the queen, in you. Every day we are called to our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back. Take your place. The battle is everywhere and it's right in your face. Let's go.
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Yes. Love, wisdom, power. Remember, always who you are. Yes. Yes. I am love, wisdom, power. Yes. Yes. I am love, yes, power. Yes. I am yes, I am love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am love, wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say yes to yourself. Yes, I am protected. Yes, I am master. I am relaxed.
Yo, I'm learning about trust, man.
Well, brother, we glad
Yeah,
you
we
are.
here.
That was an excellent opening. Thank you, Brother Baraka.
Awesome.
So
Thank
nice.
you, man.
We could do it twice, but we're going to move on with the show. All right. I want
All
to
right.
welcome all the family now live and in the future to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. I'm your host, Brother Ankh Rising Sun. In the holidays, we're going to lighten up, and I'm going to be Uncle Hanky going into 2021. I'm taking this broadcast from my mothership by way of my rooftop, and I want to acknowledge you, the listening audience. Thank you for being born. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for surviving the travesties of adolescence. May each of us remember the mission that we were born to do. As it said in the video, success is our destiny. So, without further ado, I want to move into the show by first acknowledging that we are multidimensional beings dreaming a human experience. So I say to all past lives, and you're welcome to do this too, say, yes, I am forgiving all past life characters. And yes, I ask all past life characters to please forgive me because I don't remember. And in this life, I forgive most of all myself for the missed opportunities of love supreme. And I forgive everyone else, and I ask that everyone else forgive me so that we can elevate and be frequency free. And we call upon Enoch the Ethiopian to be on this platform. Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Sheikh Ibafal, Simeon Toko, Sanat Kumara, Kuthumi. We call on Black Madonna, Mother Mary, White Buffalo Calf Woman. We call on Mary McLeod Bethune, Shroom Master, Dr. George Washington Carver, Shroom Master, Dr. Sabi, Shroom Master, Harriet Tubman, Chief Geronimo, Chief Osceola, Chief Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull, Chief Seattle, and all the shaman warrior sisters throughout the surface of this planet and the Earth's interior. We thank all the goddess Buddhas. We don't even hear them being acknowledged. Also want to acknowledge P.B. Randolph, the mystic that used to be here in New York City. We want to acknowledge all the sacred sciences of liberating us from our ancestors who sacrificed and left the dream seed within us so we may sprout on the wooden stage of life. Congratulations, family, my galactic brothers and sisters from the Sirian star system, Orion star system, Palladian star system, and beyond. We have passed through the cycle of the winter solstice. They say this hasn't happened in 800 years. So tonight, before we bring on our second guest, we're going to have the Kwanzaa Collective speaking about an upcoming event on January 1st. So without further ado, let's see. I want to make sure Sister Mur was here. She now is in her spaceship. Let me add her to the stream. Um, I want to welcome Sister Mur. She's behind the mothership of her anti-gravity. Fall back, sister. Let me do the introduction. I want to acknowledge Father Elm. I want to acknowledge Goddess Empress Adama. And I want to thank again my co-host, Baraka Moyo. Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. All right. Where you going to take the mothership tonight, Sister Mur?
Greetings, Empress. Greetings, Sister Mur.
Greetings. Real quick, y'all. This is not although we are very much affiliated with the collective. This particular effort in which we're discussing is not the Kwanzaa Collective. It's actually a collective effort of several different organizations.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yo,
well, go ahead. Y'all explain what's happening. What's happening, Father L?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sister Mur says we are many. We are legion. So, what kind of legion news are you going to share tonight?
Yes, we have the African Love Institute. We have the Thanksgiving Collective, and the Kwanzaa Collective. Those are the main organizations or movements, I should say, that are connected to this Kwanzaa event, which is coming up. I'm just getting somewhat acquainted with the flyer because I forgot exactly what's on the flyer, but I will be a part of that event. And there will be poetry, there will be some music. Almost sure I will have to look after I get off this mic at the flyer to give a better understanding. I'm sure Empress Adama can add on a little more.
Yeah, I like the special effect that you have as you speak. It looks like there's a speaker rippling. So we're going to bring up Empress Adama. Greetings, Empress Adama. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I think she got...
Can't hear you, Empress.
We can't hear you.
Your mic.
Yeah, we don't have any sound. She has the mic shut off on her end. Sister Mur, give her a call. Sister Mur?
Yes.
Maybe you can call Empress Adama and let her know that we can't hear her.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So y'all gonna have to rock because she just dropped out.
Father, text her and let her know that because I'm driving. All right, give thanks. Yes, so she represents African Love Institute. We give thanks for Empress Adama and her beautiful African Love Institute, which is one of the collectives that is part in this Kwanzaa effort. Mama Ronnie, who's also on the phone, can also give us more detail in regards to the Far Rockaway group in which we've had this collaboration with.
Oh, she also dropped out. She dropped out.
She did.
Yeah.
I like to talk.
I'm gonna hit her right now.
Okay. So yeah, so sorry that we all are. What's up, brother Baraka? I actually have another interview at 8:00, so I'm trying to multitask. I apologize. Totally forgot I had to pick this girl up.
Okay. All right. I guess we got some Mercury in retrograde tonight's show. Um, but
Oh Lord.
yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't real. I'm sorry. I said, Sister Mer, I see you doing your thing. You maneuvering it well, ain't she?
Yeah, she sure is. She's wheeling and dealing. Yep.
Yeah,
Give
yeah.
thanks. Give thanks. Thank you
Mhm.
so much. Give thanks, brother.
Yeah. Cassandra Hedden said, talk, sister. So go ahead. Talk while you're behind the
Yeah.
wheel. You know what
Sister
to
Mer
do.
All
doing
right,
her thing.
all right, y'all. So I thank you so much, Uncle Hank, Brother Hank, Rising Sun. Thank you again for welcoming us um to magnets, crystals, and pyramids. We give thanks for having this opportunity for us to bring an announcement about the Kwanzaa efforts that we have happening. You mentioned Kwanzaa Collective, and so this is a great opportunity to also announce that Kwanzaa Collective is having their virtual Kwanzaa on January 26th. And so you could tune in on the International African Arts Festival page and also on the Kwanzaa Collective page of New York City, and you'll be able to tune into that virtual live stream. It's going to be a beautiful production. Once again, it's another collaborative effort. Collective work and responsibility is what it's all about.
That's
So
right.
please do tune in for our program December 26th. That's with the Kwanzaa Collective of New York City.
That's right.
And there's going to be so much is going on. We're going to have guest speakers. I was just told today that actually um, one the one of the sons, the surviving sons of the Honorable Marcus Garvey would also be one of the guest speakers, along with confirmed Camille Yarborough. So there's just going to be a plethora of different activities and demonstrations and singing and songs, dance, and pictures. So please tune in to that. That is December 26th, and I believe that starts at 4. Give thanks.
Okay.
Moving on to the Rockaway Cultural Group,
Yeah.
gave Thanksgiving an opportunity to collaborate with them as well. And we were happy to bring some of our um, Kwanzaa spirit to Far Rockaway. So we want to give thanks to the Ocean Bay Child Center and the Far Rockaway Cultural Group um, for partnering along with us and helping to keep this Kwanzaa vital. Although it might be virtual, it's still going to be very powerfully packed with energy.
Now,
So please
which one is
come
this,
and tune
Sister
in.
Mara? You
The
talking about?
information is actually on the flyer. There's a Zoom password, and I don't know if you have the capability to put that little Zoom information in the captions. I don't know, but it definitely the flyer is on Thanksgiving on the Instagram, so you can get all of the details there. I like to pass the mic to one of my Rats, Brother Father. I give thanks.
All right. Well, right now we
I
just
wanted to add to that with the Kwanzaa Collective celebration this year, the theme is celebrating Kwanzaa in the family. And the idea behind that is that, being that we find ourselves more indoors, and that's one of the reasons why I'm outdoors, but we find ourselves, a lot of our family members, indoors. So we want to encourage everybody to come out of their rooms and share the space together and celebrate the principles of Kwanzaa, because the bonds that we can create now and strengthen now, we predict that we're going to need that in the near future.
it's true. Listen, the powers that be are going to suppress people to the level of ignorance until they are not comfortable unless they're underneath their bed or underneath the kitchen cabinet for safety. So, Baraka, you and I are the only ones on the line at the moment.
Oh wow.
Everybody else is having technical
Oh,
difficulty.
okay.
Oh, there's Sister Murray again. She's back.
So while I'm at it, let me just continue and say that so the organization I'm representing in the Kwanzaa Collective is Miles of Health and Fitness, which is located on Washington Avenue here in Brooklyn. The website is www.studymartialarts.com, and we're offering virtual classes, virtual exercise classes, kickbox classes, cardio workouts. But also now coming up in 2021, we're offering rites of passage for the young brothers. So if you have young brothers between the ages of 8, 9, 10, we're starting a new class for rites of passage, teaching young men the principles and the ways of manhood, the masculine responsibility. So once again, www.studymartialarts.com, and happy Kwanzaa.
Well, you know, you bring up a good point, Brother Baraka, and then we briefly touched upon this. Women cannot make a boy child a man. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to tell you again, family, and always remember this. The reason for manhood training is because a mother will make her son a punk on general conditions because she has no reference to the masculine needs of a young boy child.
Yeah, I agree with you, Hank. But I would say I would say it a little bit differently. What I would say is that when a woman is in her feminine energy, that it's going to be difficult for her to apply the principles that are necessary for a boy to learn masculine responsibility and how to use it. He literally he won't understand, and she really just kind of won't be able to teach him. There's a lot of things that his mother. There's many things that his mother can teach him, and they're all very necessary and required. But when it comes time for him to begin his training, when he reaches around the age of usually about 12 years old, 13
Puberty.
years old, 14 years old,
That's right.
it's going to become increasingly difficult for her to enforce any rules that she wants to set for his growth. And it's going to be very, very difficult. And so he's going to need not just a man, but his father, the men of his community, relatives, and we've lost that.
Exactly.
We've lost that. You know,
and the streets will snatch him up.
That's right.
And the reason the streets will snatch him up,
toxic outlets, exactly,
because the streets will snatch him up with other young men who want to break free of that female psychological profile because of the absence of the man, the father presence in the home. So,
and the crazy part is women know that. Women know that, but sometimes it's hard for them to, you know, if there's not a man stepping up to be his father and teach him, the woman will retain her maternal instincts to defend the boy.
Yes.
You know, and she'll defend him to death. But then it could be his death.
Or the death to the community. It impacts all of us.
See it all the time.
I mean, when my brother decided to be a diabolical outlaw because my dad didn't know how to deal with him when he had his brilliance. When he was 13 years old, Baraka, when my brother Lenny was 13 years old, he said, "Daddy, I'm God." My father did not know how to handle that, family. And he said, "You're not God. Who do you think you are?" So he said, "If I can't be God, I'm going to be the devil."
Yep.
So my brother knew how to do stick-ups when he was 14 years old, growing up in Flatbush, till he got shot. And then he lived a life of being a diabolical super genius until he did his transition. So family, you're raising gods and goddesses next generation. And the paradigm of the post-traumatic slave mentality is not going to be enough for the next generation of youth coming up, because they are super intelligent, they outthink us, they outperform us, and they even remember. A lot of them got little old faces on them, little old men and little old grandma looking faces on the babies that being born now. They are extremely intelligent. Sister Adama, welcome back.
Yes.
Empress, greetings.
Yes, blessed love. Give thanks and praise to the family, the brothers, good brothers and sisters out there, the listening audience, as we unite in spite of all the challenges. Of course, we will overcome all adversary and um, yes, give thanks.
Ashe, Ashe.
Okay.
Now,
I said,
I believe you have brought forth, Empress Adama, a whole tribal nation. So, single mothers and single fathers, what would you give them for advice going into the new year?
Single mothers and fathers. Well, of course, spirituality is of the utmost of importance.
Mm,
So we have to have our youths in prayer,
mm,
in meditation.
mm,
Have to ensure that they are eating properly. Um, have a knowledge of the herbs, the natural medicinal properties of the herbs, and how
yeah.
to use them. Very important. And of course, most of all, to allow them to express themselves
Mm,
hmm with the guidance of our elders.
mm. Excellent word of feminine wisdom. Thank you. Thank you. And how many grandkids and how many children? Share with us how huge your tribe is, our sister.
Well, give thanks. It's funny, isn't it?
Mm,
Well, I give thanks that I am the mother of three beautiful daughters and seven very strong warrior sons.
wow.
hmm
Give thanks.
And then, of course, there are many from the community that I have helped raise that call me mama as well.
Mm, that's beautiful. So truly, you are mother.
Mother civilization.
Say it again, brother.
That's a true mother civilization because one of the elements of a woman, especially the African woman, as I was explaining to one of my sisters earlier today. I tried to get her on the cast today, but she doesn't know how to hook up. But the sister Ayata Rita, I was advising her that as a woman, whether you are able to bear children or not, your natural instinct within you as a woman makes you mother civilization because the original woman is the primordial, meaning she is the blueprint or what I call the true print of womankind. So anything after her can't be original. It has to be the imitation or the new copy of it. So her status allows her to be the nurturer, the carer, the receiver of life, the bearer of life, and the tradition carrier. So anything that life brings forth, that the sun brings forth, we give to the moon and the earth, which is the woman. And so she has two natural instincts within her, the moon and the earth. She bears life and she preserves life. And Empress Adam is one of the great elders of our community, as well as one of the great black women who you can see her shining just through her children. I've met quite a few of them, and they're all beautiful, like she said. And sons of warriors, and they are what we would call the crown jewel that sits upon her head. A natural crown, which is a lot, or some people say dreadlocks. Those are branches of the extension of her power as mother civilization.
Would that be appropriate for me to say that she fit the ideals of a queen mother? I think so.
Yes, indeed. I
So,
definitely.
Queen Mother, I'm going to promote you on my platform, Queen Mother Empress Adama.
Yes, indeed. Worthy of the title.
Deserve it.
Well, I'm both honored and I'm humbled. And most of all, I give thanks for my elder queen mothers and my elder babas, those from whom I have learned and hopefully can continue to carry on a legacy that they have brought forward and portrayed.
Give thanks. And I also want to acknowledge Queen Mother Mer, because she got a whole tribe too. She got a new
Yes,
in,
indeed.
in her home. In her home front. You have beautiful children. I salute you, Sister Mer.
Amen.
Yeah,
Salute,
we got
salute to the mothers. Salute to all the
yeah.
mothers. Yes.
And all the mothers who are out here that I know that have sacrificed their single youthfulness to the next generation, I salute you and acknowledge Ashe, Ashe. We give thanks. So I did post um, the flyers on the this one here is the Kwanzaa 2020 National Black Front, December 26th to January 1st. Program 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Vending opportunities, and then we have the event happening. Rockaway Cultural Group in
Yes.
collaboration with Ocean Bay Child Center, New York City Cornerstone, and Unksgiven Collective. This
Yes.
this is the spirit of Ubuntu, family. The
Yes,
spirit of
indeed.
Ubuntu. What Nelson Mandela spoke of. Me, we, as Muhammad Ali said. Okay, presents fourth annual Kwanzaa celebration via Zoom. Date December 27th and 28th, 4 to 5 p.m. Zoom meeting ID is here on the right, and the password is beneath it. Special performances by RBG Girls, Quad Call on Keys, Ocean Bay Child Center, New York Cornerstone, Sis Letitia, and many more. Poets, Latif, Sister Rosalind, Savage Writers, Savage Writer the Poet, Savage Writer the Poet. Oh, wow, that's a powerful name. And other special guests. And it says, due to COVID, we are not able to have an indoor celebration. This is a beautiful flyer. I just want to acknowledge the art because I like putting flyers, but this one is colorful, captivating, and informative. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. We have a whole bunch of comments here, starting from the latest one called the use connection to the cosmos. Okay.
Excuse me, brother Hank. I beg, please forgive me. I have to go. I'm at another event. I'm standing here literally out on the event side on the corner. Empress Adama, Sister Murder, brother. Please excuse me. I wish you all a very good evening.
Thank you. Until the next show.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Respect. Peace.
Okay.
It was great to see you.
Always. Always.
Looking forward to spending Kwanzaa together.
Thank you.
Peace out, brother.
Thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace. Okay. Coming back to the flyer information, I think there's also some. Any, I know that we have sound problems, challenges.
Yeah.
Sister Merle, you have to be there. We're gonna close out in a minute.
Okay, we have a lot of feedback right now.
Yeah,
Oh, you cleared it up. I think it's cleared
yeah.
up.
I had to mute the mic. Okay, Sister Mer, please share with us closing word. We can't hear you.
Mhm.
We can't hear you. No sound. Okay, Queen Mother Adama, it's on you.
Well, I go forward to giving thanks for this ideal opportunity that Kwanzaa offers us for our different organizations and entities to work together collectively in unity as we should be doing 365 days a year. You know, we might have some differences, but we can only overcome the challenges that face us if we work together in unity, having faith in ourselves and taking responsibility for our future.
Yes.
So we give thanks for NBOF, the National Black United Front. We give thanks for the Pan African Connection, Radio.net, Thanksgiving Collective, the African Love Institute, Queen Black Rose, and Kwanzaa Collective, of course, and the Rockaway Collective, and all the groups that are doing whatever is in their power to close up this year on a positive note. We reaffirm that together we are unstoppable, and we give thanks and praise for the opportunity to be here.
Thank you for those beautiful words. Let's see if we can hear Sister Mary this time. Let's try again. Okay, Sister Mary, unmute your mic. You have to turn your mic on, Sister Mary. Okay, it's still on. Okay. All right, it dropped. So no, she didn't drop out. You're gonna wave. Okay. I want to thank everyone who was on the show. Father L, Sister Myrrh, Queen Mother Adama, and all the beautiful fathers and mothers who are doing their best to ensure that we have a wonderful future and a beautiful destiny for the next generation. I want to acknowledge you again, Father L, for all that you do, known and unknown. And we gave thanks to all the brothers and sisters. And 7:52, and we're going to move into the next guest. And thank you again. And family, if you want to have a repeat of the information, just watch the show again and pause where we have the flyers. Okay? Next time, Sister Murray will be able to hear you, but we cannot hear you right now. So it was good anyway. We got the message. Okay, family.
All right, Black Power.
Black Power.
Black Power.
Success is your destiny. Collectively, me, we, Ubuntu is our destiny. Blessings.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Asante sana.
Okay. I'm going to bring on the next guest, our Moorish law expert, Professor Muhammed Bey. Professor Muhammed Bey, welcome to the show. Hold on, let me get the sound right. Okay, here you go. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes. That's good.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to bring up the flyer for tonight's education. And I have the copies that you wanted to be here. And when you want me to bring it up on the screen, I will.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get into the prayer of this, and then once we're done with that, then we just go into the subject matter. I really, truly want everyone to listen and listen carefully to what's being said, because every time the brother give me an opportunity to come on, I try to come to you with valuable information that it can change your life. And I appreciate for all those who do come to the shows and trying to get information. I thank you so very, very much. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I bear witness that there is no deity but Allah. I bear witness that there is no deity but Allah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Hayya ala salah. Come to prayer. Come to prayer. Come to your good. Come to your good. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. La ilaha illallah. There is no deity but Allah. Hayya lal fillah. Come to your good. As-salatu kahram min am-niyam. As-salatu kahram min am-niyam. Prayer is better than sleep. Prayer is better than sleep. All right, family, I'm going to give you a verse from the Quran, and then we will get into the show. Just bear with me for a minute here.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Family, I'm placing the notes on the lineup for the screen so that we can all follow the lesson, the crucial lesson that Professor Bey is going to share with us. I'm getting ready to line it up right now. 1405, 4905. This is going to be. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This is a chapter 5 in the Holy Quran. And I'm going to read verse 70 and 72. Certainly we made a covenant with the children of Israel, and we sent to them messengers. Whenever a messenger came to them with that which their soul desired not, some of them they called liar, and some they even sought to kill. Certainly they disbelieve who say, Allah, he is the Messiah, son of Mary. And the Messiah said, O children of Israel, serve Allah, my creator, your creator. Surely whoever associates others with Allah, Allah has forbidden to him the garden, and his abode is the fire. And for the wrongdoers there will be no help. This is chapter 6 of the Quran, page 279. Verse number 5. So they rejected the truth when it came to them, but soon will come to them the new of that which they mock. Verse 7. And if we had sent down to thee a writing on paper, then they had touched it with their hands. Those who disbelieve would have said, this is nothing but clear enchantment. And they say, why has not an angel been sent down to him? And if we send down an angel, the matter would be decided. And then they would not be respited. And if we had made him an angel, we would certainly have made him a man, and thus made confused to them what they confuse. In the footnote, and I read this to you all last time, but I want to emphasize it. The people of the book asked thee to bring down to them a book from heaven. So far removed are people from spiritual realities that they want to see them in a physical form. If truth had been sent down to man in the physical form of a book and had not been revealed to the mind of man, it could not bring about a transformation in the mind of men. But even if it had taken a physical shape, they would have called it an enchantment and still rejected it. The divine message was undoubtedly brought by an angel. But here again, they wanted to see the spiritual reality of the angel in a physical form. The meaning is that if an angel were made a messenger to mankind, he would doubtless appear in the form of man, inasmuch as the physical eye cannot see angels. Moreover, only a human being could serve as a model for men. Thus, in case an angel appeared in the shape of a man, there would still be the same confusion in their minds as when a human being was entrusted with the divine message. And I'm going to give you this last one from Deuteronomy 15, chapter, verse 1 and 2. The year of release. At the end of every 7 years, you shall grant a release of debts. And this is the form of the release. Every creditor who has lent anything to his neighbor shall release it. He shall not require it of his neighbor or his brother, because it is called the Lord's release. I thank you so much, family. I don't like to use that word, but Aborigine people, for your time. I read all of that to you all is because I'm going to say some stuff to you tonight. And probably some of you are going to think like what I read into the book. You know, it's a saying that says in the Bible, I pipe to you all the days, but you still refuse to dance. So I only come and give you what I can give you. And if you don't act on that, then you like just what I described in the book. There is nothing what I'm saying to you that's something mystical, way out that you cannot obtain. I can assure you that. So let's get into the subject. I would like to give a shout out to a brother. I watched his shows on YouTube. His name is Brother Muhammed Bey. And I really appreciate the brother. He has some awesome information. And I always give credit where credit is due. There was a brother who sent me something in reference to him. He told me to watch it, and I did. And the brother has some very powerful information that can really, really change our life, plus with what I'm trying to give you, and also my other brother, Jonah Bey, what he's trying to give you.
Special shout out to Jonah Bey. Islam, brother.
So I'm saying to you all, I'm not the only one on this path. There are people who've been on this path way longer than me. But I studied some years to get here. And I'm going to continue on this road until I go to the grave. And that's just how it's going to be. So let's get into it. Brother Hank,
Yes.
read the topic for me, please.
Okay. Tonight's topic is knowledge of application to information lead to prosperity, wealth, and innovation. And that's the title. And you let me know when you want to proceed with more.
Thank you, sir. You and I must know what equity is as it relates to commerce, credits, creditors, debtors, and loans. Ownership interest in equity, which equals assets. You all keep that word in mind, assets, assets. You and I must know what assets mean and what assets are in relationship to commerce. All equitables are considered assets. What are equitables? Security instruments, obligations, contracts, notes and bonds, mortgage and leases, titles and certificates, loans, credit, debits. There are 5 accountings: account payable, account receivable, income statement, balance sheet, off balance sheet. Now, please keep this in mind on the authentication of your birth certificate. And there's a reason why you all authenticate that birth certificate. You all just don't know the importance of it right now, but at some point in here, it will be shared with you. Give me 1 minute. Hold on, sir.
Take your time, brother. Take your time. All right, family. I know that I put this in segments. This is the first segment so that you could see it clearer. Okay. And then I believe going back to this one, the second segment is this. Title 28. Yes. And then this would be the first section right here. But going back to the long form, which is right here, you'll be able to see this clearer on a larger screen. Go ahead. Please continue, Professor.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Now, allow me to give you an example of what I am trying to convey to your mind. Say you were approved for a mortgage loan of $400,000. But of course, you must have credit to be approved to get a loan. Please keep this in mind that the banks or financial institution who lend you credit, and there are books they must balance. Instead of them putting it on the books as though it is a credit, listen up, they put it on the books as a debit, while at the same time they are converting credit, they are converting the credit into a liability. Why? They are saying it is a liability because it comes with a particular interest rate and principal, and you must pay it back because we extended you credit. As I have always stated to you, they never gave you anything of consideration and equity. They are doing an assessment from Form 1003. That's a form. I'm going to tell you what it is. Form 1003 is the standard form completed by borrowers when applying for a mortgage loan. A borrower lists all assets and liabilities on the form when attempting to secure a mortgage loan. The application is a financial data spreadsheet that was collected from you, which your assets are called asset-backed securities that they can use for credit card, lease, royalties, or receivables. An asset-backed security is an investment security, a bond or note, which is collateralized, which means asset, property, or goods for a loan, by a pool of assets such as loans, leases, credit cards, royalties, or receivables. And asset-backed security is similar to a mortgage-backed security, except that the underlying securities are not mortgage-based. What I am saying to you is the information the financial institution collects from you in a financial database upon your own assets. In other words, it is your own credit or money they are lending you with interest and principal. Your own money that they're lending you. The $400,000 was not something given to you, nor was it a loan from the bank to you. but it is an assessment of your assets. Another example, you have a house and you want to know what the house is worth. You bring an appraiser and he or she goes through the house to assess the value of the house to see what exactly the value of the house may be. He or she looks at the roof, boiler, plumbing, because he or she is looking at various things in the house, and then you will receive an appraisal report. The same appraisal report is what got you the $400,000. So they are not only using the appraisal of the house, but also your assets. Now, you have two equitable assessments, which are your assets and the appraisal of the house. The banks are going to take the financial data from the application and shop it around to find an investor that will give fundings for those assets. The assets will be used as collateral. They are going to underwrite and securitize and monetize the assets in the form of a bond. Bond. The bond is going to have a certain rating. This is where Standard & Poor comes in, Hootie and Fidelity. Whatever amount the bank approves you for, it is the amount that reflects your credit score. We are not talking about a loan here. No loan here, family, no loan. We are talking about assessment on assets. They will never report it to the credit reporting agency that you were approved for the $400,000 until you can no longer make payment. I hope you all heard that. The moment you can't make payment, they will report it to the agency, the credit reporting agency. Then the bank will report it to the credit reporting agency ASAP, what I just said. And it will be attached on your credit report. Now listen to what they're doing now. The bank is supposed to report this to the credit bureau to show it was credit to you. But yet they were so devilish, they waited until you couldn't no longer make payments and they reported it to the credit bureau as your debt. But initially, they were supposed to report it to the credit bureau to show it was your credit. I hope you all are listening to me. The $400,000 are assessed on your assets and nothing to do with the house or a loan. The reason they get away with this fraud is because you and I have not become astute yet on how to operate in commerce. I will inform you that the bank never extended you any credit. Brother Ham.
Yes.
Can you bring up Title 18 USC 8, please?
Okay.
Bring that up. Show that.
All right. 1 second.
I'm going to show you all what I mean about see, you think it's your obligation, but it's not your obligation.
Okay, I have the info about Title 18 USC -8.
Yes, sir.
Okay, family.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that's up. And let me see if I can zoom in on it. Hold on. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. Title 18. There it is. It's there now, bro. It's up.
Now, it says, obligation or other security of the United States defined. And you all already know what the United States means. It's a federal corporation. Let me read it to you. Don't take my word. The term obligation or other security of the United States, of the corporation. This is what they include. Listen up. Includes all bonds, certificate of indebtedness, national bank currency, Federal Reserve notes, Federal Reserve bank notes, coupons, United States notes, Treasury notes, gold certificates, silver certificates, fractional notes, certificate of deposits, bills, checks, or drafts for money drawn by or upon authorized officers of the United States, stamp, and others representative of value of whatever denomination issued under any act of Congress and canceled United States stamp. I just told you who obligation this is. I didn't make it up. You make sure you pull up Title 18 USC Code Section 8.
And that's
it never was your debt. This is why I told you it was supposed to have been sent to the Internal Revenue, to the Credit Reporting Agency, saying it was your credit. So, what the banks have done is extended you your own equity because it is your credit or money that they are selling back to you under disguise of equitable conversion.
How come they ain't in jail?
In other words, they are taking your equity and converting it into a liability and making you pay for it. Now, they are making you obligated to pay them back for something that was originally yours. I just showed you the title. Title 18 USC 8, it tells you her obligation, her meaning the United States Corporation. I hope y'all are listening to me. The Federal Housing Administration, in most instances, requires an affidavit from borrowers to show eligibility for a mortgage loan. So, under the FHA, they use affidavits for a mortgage loan. The affidavit is not so much used as a sworn statement, but as a pledge of faith. Remember that word, full faith and credit? This is also why you authenticate that birth certificate. This is synonymous to authenticating the birth certificate. However, it is not the authentication of the birth certificate that you are looking at. It is the part that says acknowledgement of full faith and credit. Acknowledgement of full faith and credit. Your birth certificate is a bond. You or I are not broke. Most of you have an authenticated birth certificate. You and I have not learned how to collateralize assets. Now they have been underwriting yours and my assets. Your birth certificate is a bank note. The word certificate is written as structured finance on the bank note. The birth certificate document itself is on bond paper that supports it being a bank note. The bank note does not only go to Bureau of Vital Statistics, did y'all hear that? Bureau of Vital Statistics, but it also goes to the Department of Commerce. Department of Commerce. What they are doing is that the birth certificate is tied into say that we are servants or slaves because the birth certificate is a bond on each one of us. However, there is a way to execute that. When your name is on a certificate, you are called the entitlement certificate holder. So, if you are entitlement certificate holder, then you have a right to that finance. There's a dictionary called a Dictionary of Finances and Investment Terms. The definition of certificate from this dictionary means formal declaration that can be used for documented facts such as a birth certificate, and also relevant to finances and investments. What is this telling you? Your birth certificate is an instrument of finances and investment. They are investing instruments with our name on it. There is an agency of the Security and Exchange Commission called FINRA, F-I-N-R-A, FINRA. You make sure you write that down and look it up. The application is your remedy and relief based upon subrogation. Subrogation has a two-headed sword. They can subrogate us, and on the other hand, we can subrogate them. But you must first know that you are an adverse claimant. What does it mean when an attorney says that plaintiff failed to state a claim which relief can be granted? It means we did not exalt our administrative remedy. Administrative remedy means Administrative Procedure Act. You must know your claim in order to know what your equity is. Now, you know that your authenticated birth certificate is levy of credit. Depository institutions may require an affidavit before distributing trust assets. That's your copper accounts to beneficiaries, CEOs, banks, presidents, judges, and lawyers, etc. Every birth certificate is a credit bond. This means it is letter of credit. Remember, it is not the authentication part, but the acknowledgement of full faith and credit, as I said earlier. Every state has an insurance company that deals with insurance, and all loan originators have to have a loan originator bond. The loan itself has to bond, and the loan originator has to be bonded. Why? If that particular vehicle has anything of slander or disparages on your title, you can bring a claim against the loan originator because he or she has to have a bond. Every state has it, which is a bond for the loan and broker who is originating the mortgage as a lender. Important to know. Now, 9 out of 10 times, your title probably will be disparaged or slandered, which means the title has been corrupt. For example, let's say lender A issued you a mortgage. Then the lender does an assignment, which means he or she is assigning, selling, and transferring your assumed mortgage to lender B. They do this by what they call an assignment of mortgage. If you fall into what is called financial hardship, lender B will foreclose on you. Now check this out. Lender B will foreclose on you. Now, come to find out, if you go down to the county or register in the county and state where your mortgage is registered, you will come to know that there is no assignment of mortgage that lender B does not have. You're thinking that lender A transferred over to lender B. This is corruption because no title was ever transferred. They do what you would call a retitle of your title, which means it is being transferred over from one lender to the other lender. This is how they do with you. Every time when they're creeping up on those 5 years, they switch you over to a new server because they cannot hold the note. This is important. Why? If your title is being transferred over from one title company, see right there, to another, you need to know who the title company is. Normally, where you would find this information out is on the settlement statement. You are supposed to have gotten your homeowner's title policy with policy number. You must contact whoever that company may be. It may be Fidelity, Stewart, American Land Title, but there are different title companies out there. I'm going to tell you something on that. When you put it into the trust, this is when you need to execute this, because the trust is now going to hold the property, not you on the other side being the 14th Amendment. You got to put it into the trust. Let the trust take ownership of the property. This is the way you need to go. You must go look on the settlement statement, and you will have a list of all the money that was paid out at the closing. Now, what you will see is abstract of title, title insurance, and you paid for all of this. You paid for it all. So you should have gotten your title policy because you paid for it. You need to contact the title company to see when your mortgage was transferred over from Title A to Title B. You want to see and know whether it was retitled to a lender B. It may not be. Why? When you get the title policy, it would say the insured, which would be the borrower and the lender. But mostly the lender would be insured for the $400,000. Where do you get this information from? Is the title policy. Is on the title policy. A lot of people do not know what the title policy is and do not know the lender is insured for the full amount of the $400,000. Did y'all hear that? He's going to get that regardless. In mortgage insurance, there is a clause, listen up, that says lender is protected on non-payment or default loan. I just told you he's going to get paid either way. So even if you do non-payment or default on the loan, he's covered under the insurance. So he would get the $400,000. This means that if you were to default on the loan, then the lender can go to the title insurance company. See right there? They would make a claim by accelerating the claim to the full amount that you have alleged default on and make the claim through the title insurance company. Technically, they were supposed to stamp your note by saying mortgage paid in full, and they were supposed to release your mortgage, but they didn't do that. Now, let's smell that fraud. Here's the fraud coming. This is mortgage fraud. What happened is the bank foreclosed on you and made a claim to the title company and collected the $400,000. This is double dipping and insurance fraud. Then they issued you a 1099-A for abandonment of secured property, which is tax fraud because with the alleged mortgage default to be outstanding, the bank will put that on a 1099-A and send it to you via mail. Are y'all seeing what they're doing?
Lock them up.
I hope y'all get this. They doing a 1099 on it.
Sound like 3-card Monty to me.
That's like double dipping, triple dipping. Let me go on. However, once again, it is tax fraud because the title insurance company has already honored the bank's claim of $400,000. So the only thing you have to do is, now listen to this, now I'm giving you all some remedy. So the only thing you have to do is call up the IRS and inform them of the fraudulent filing by the bank because the mortgage default had been claimed already through the title insurance company. What I am doing, family, is showing you how to protect yourselves in commerce while doing commerce.
Well,
this is for your protection because I am tired of you getting ripped off by banking institutions that do not have your best interests. These mortgage institutions and financial companies that are foreclosing on us are no coincidence. We have forgotten our history. What am I saying to you? You have forgotten your title of nobility and true name. We are not supposed to be getting land by any mortgage. You all don't hear me. Now I'm getting ready to give it up too.
Hold on. Family, as I always tell you, this is an appetizer. This is an intro. For deeper guidance, reach out to Professor Bey, 786-624-8257. Mr. Bey 33169 at gmail.com. Also, let me make sure, for those of you who want to be generous in the Kwanzaa season, I want to make sure I got your Cash App, Alfred Thompson, Dollar Bill Moores 33054. Professor Bey, you do have Prophet Pat Johnson in the queue. So whenever you're ready to bring him up, he's there waiting for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Please continue.
Okay, now here is the sister on too?
No, I don't see no sister in the queue.
Okay.
There's only one brother.
Okay. Let's bring up the next one. Civiliter in Latin means civiliter and martus. Let's bring that up.
All right, let me see if I got that. Civiliter, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I got that. Okay, it's on the big screen now.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Now, family, when I said to you, we are not supposed to be getting land by any mortgage. You should know that a mortgage means civiliter mortuus. Civiliter in Latin means civil and mortuus mean dead.
Like a mortician.
Yes. Civility, dead. Dead in the view of the law. The condition of one who has lost his civil rights and capacities and is accounted dead in law according to the law dictionary. So the banks all in the view of law. Why? They have made you accept that you are African Americans, black, colored, or Negro. These are misnomers in law, brothers and sisters. Misnomers mean a wrong or unsuitable name or term for someone or somebody. You refuse to change and change your reality. What do I mean? You refuse to be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. You refuse to take off the old man or woman and put on the new man or woman. You refuse to come out of the United States Federal Corporation and to accept your own and be yourselves.
Okay, our sister Bashira is now with us, bro.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We are supposed to be obtaining land through an act going back to Abraham Lincoln's administration called the Homestead Act of 1862. Can you pull that up?
Homestead, yep, it's up. I'll see it right there.
I want all of you all to look this up and read it. Please write this down in your research note. Why are they using mortgages as financial warfare against us as a people? We fought for our freedom. It was not old messy Abraham Lincoln that did some emancipation proclamation to free you and me, Aborigine Moors, to this land. It was a way of taking our freedom and rights away to our land called Morocco. Morocco right here on this land mass, not no Morocco in Africa, which is a corporation. We fought our freedom for everyone on this earth. Take a look at the immigration laws that allows others to come into our land called Morocco. If we were still fighting, no other people would want to come here. This is where you and I must know history. The saying has always been that we brought you all from Africa into the Americas. Now, Brother Hank?
Yes.
I don't think, no, you don't have that one. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
The American Colonization Society.
Yeah, I got that up there right now.
Thank you.
That's up.
And I want you all to also go and pull this up and read this also. Matter of fact, let me do this right here. Hold on.
Let's do a sound check. Prophet Pat, you can hear me?
Peace. I give you loud and clear, brother Hank.
Okay. Peace, Sister Bashira. You can hear me? I think Sister Bashira.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Just doing the sound check. That you know what that means. We're on the runway.
Okay. Greetings and peace.
Greetings, sister.
Am I on?
You on, but we letting Professor Bey. He's directing this show. I'm the MC, sitting in the background. I'm behind the curtain. Go ahead, do your thing, brother.
I am. And I want you all to pull this information up and please read it for yourself. The Homestead Act of 1862. You all got to go and read, family. You got to read. Please. Now it says the Homestead Act of 1862. President Abraham Lincoln signed the Homestead Act on May 20th, 1862. On January 1st, 1863, Daniel Freeman, so-called Jew, made the first claim under the act, which gave citizens or future citizens up to 160 acres of public land, provided they live on it, improve it, and pay a small registration fee. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The government granted more than 270 million acres of land while the law was in effect. I told you all got to go and read it. Abraham Lincoln didn't do nothing for you, but helped his own kind. Now, bear with me a minute. I'm bringing this up.
Take your time, bro.
Now,
take your time.
You have the one of Hank called the American Colonization Society, 1816 through 1964. You have that one up, correct?
Hold on. Yep, I sure do. Yes, it is.
Now, you all listen up, family, please. And I want you all to pull that one up, too, what Hank is showing you.
That's Star Exemption Program.
Yes, the American Colonization Society, 1816 to 1964, was formed in 1817. Now, listen to me. To send free African Americans to Africa and Haiti as an alternative to emancipate in the United States. In 1822, the society established on the west coast of Africa a colony that in 1847 became the independent nation of Liberia. Liberia was the only one at that time flying that banner called Old Glory, the red, white, and blue one. But why was it flying that banner? Listen to this, family. This all came under James Monroe. Yeah, your so-called white president, James Monroe, who they named Monrovia, Liberia after him because Congress created that as a new state, a way of sending us away from our land here in Morocco because Liberia is the only country that flies the U.S. banner called Old Glory in red, white, and blue because it was created by the Congress under the American Colonization Society designed to put all Aborigines out of their land so all Europeans could occupy our land mass called Morocco. This exodus had nothing to do with us because we were already home until new invaders had come to take away our land. Wow. You have heard the song that says, this land is your land, this land is my land. You heard it.
No, I heard a different version. This land is your land. This land is my land. I got a shotgun, and you ain't got one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So they came up with this new legislation under the Emancipation Proclamation of Lincoln. And this brought about the Homestead Act 1862. Please Google this and read it. Now, it says you have to be 21 years of age, register the land for a small registration fee. After 5 years on the land, the original filer was entitled to the property free and clear, except for a small registration fee. And this means you will have the land for life. Did y'all just hear that? Stealing your land, sending you out of Morocco, here on this land mass, and sending you over there to Africa. That's why we told you we didn't all come from no Africa. They wanted to move us out so they can move in and take your titles of nobility and take your land away from you.
And they want to go to space and do the same thing. They're going to run the Martians off of Mars.
You don't have to believe me. Read it yourself. Abraham Lincoln didn't do nothing for you. Title could also be acquired after only 6 months residency. Look at it now. And trivial improvements. Provide the claimant paid the government $1.25 per acre. After the Civil War, Union soldiers could deduct the time they had served from the residency requirement. So this means there were never any mortgages. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. We shouldn't be doing no mortgages to get our land, because they didn't require these Peckerwood Caucasians. They could just live off it, keep it cultivated, and then at some point in time they own it for life. So the whole mortgage scheme was to steal our land, even if the mortgage is paid off, but you still do not own the land as an Aborigine more. Now, when you read the mortgage contract, it specifically says that the borrower understands that the lender is insured for the full amount of $400,000. In the mortgage insurance, there is a clause that says lender is protected on non-payment or default loan. This is also why you and I have to stop using words, stop using words that we don't understand, because under mean, which means serve, and stand means status. So you have to understand when you say that. So stop using that word as meaning you comprehend things. Comprehension and understanding are two different vehicles. Now, if you put the word status on the board with the word over or under, one is saying superior and the other is saying inferior. We are not dealing with inferior and superior complex. Only the Europeans deal with that, because they have created a class system of haves and have-nots. It is your birth and natural right to land, to eat, to sleep, and to wake up, and to breathe, because there is no superior or inferior to having these things. So you breathing, your breathing ain't superior to my breathing. Your getting up ain't superior to my getting up. So what the European devils did in legislation and Congress committed treason to the people by taking the Homestead Act, reconstructed it, and now they call it the Star Exemption Program. Do you have that, Brother Hank?
Star exempt. Yep, it's right up there. American Colonization Society, 1816 to 1964, Star Exemption Program. Mm-hmm. Please Google State of a Trust Citus.
Yes. In the Star Exemption Program, now look at it now. Look at what they did. They changed it up. In the Star Exemption Program, you must be 62 years of age, and now they put it to, hold on, let me back up. In the Star Exemption Program, you must be 62 years of age to qualify for tax exemption. Do you see what is happening? They initially had it at age 21 years of age when these Peckerwood Europeans was getting the land. And now they put it up to 62. That's a big difference. 40-something years almost. When they was getting it, they had to be only 21 years old. You have national parks and museums are living on your homestead. You should not be paying any taxes, levies, liens on your property under the homestead. Under the stock program, if you are a trust beneficiary who conveyed your home to trustees but continue to live in the home, you get the stock benefit. For example, a senior creates an express trust and conveys her home to her children as trustees. If she remains in the home as the beneficiary of the trust, she is considered the homeowner and gets the star benefit. When they say securitization, they mean they are going to take away your property as an asset and put a mortgage lien on the property. This is what is meant by securitizing and selling your property in the form of an asset in the market. What is securitization audit? Securitization audit is an audit on the securitization of the mortgage loan into pools or portfolio of loans. Securitization audit involves tracking down the trust that owns the note and related areas of ownership. This is due to the fact that securitization of mortgage follows certain laws and regulations. This is what you should do when you put your property into trust. Please listen to this. Let me give you this caveat. I am not condoning it, but I am showing you how to navigate and lock it down. They are committing fraud anyway, so you would just lock it down. If you are going to navigate with the mortgage issue, there is a way to navigate. When you go to the closing for a mortgage, listen, family, make sure you go to the closing with a blue pen. When you are sitting at the table with the bank, brokers, and notary, they would issue 3 sets of the same packages and have you to sign with a black pen. The blue pen shows originality, and the black pen shows duplicates. What am I saying? When you sign your promissory note, you sign in blue and give it to the same notary who will notarize theirs in black. So you would do this. They are going to pass you the first package with the black pen, and you will sign them in black, the note and the mortgage. They are going to give you the second package and you sign them in black ink. The first 2 packages are theirs. They are going to issue you the third package, which is yours. But you will sign yours in blue ink and give that to the notary. When you sign your package in blue ink, it will now show you have the original note and original mortgage. Did you all hear me?
Oh, yeah.
If you sign it in blue, you have the original note and the original mortgage. All must be with the same notary. What will happen? They go to the county clerk's office because the clerk office operates as a citus trust. Listen up, family. Bring that up, Hank.
Hold on. Citus Trust. Hold on. I got it right here.
Please Google state of a citus trust.
Citus Trust. Hold on. I can pull that up right here. Citus Trust. State of a trust citus.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Brother Hank.
It's on there.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see here. I gotta show you all. I want you all go and also, family, look this up for yourselves and read it. But I'm gonna go ahead on and okay, hold on. Now, trust situs is a complicated topic for many beneficiaries, fiduciaries, and trustees, and with good reason. Generally, situs is a legal term that means the state whose court have primary jurisdiction over a trust. I hope y'all heard that. Loosely defined, trust situs determines which governing tax laws a trust must comply with, generally based on the location in which it is legally reside. Trust can reside in many jurisdictions simultaneously, depending on the location of the trust income producing asset. Look at it now. The location of the trustee or the location of the beneficiary. This can lead to tax oversight, legal consequences, and significant challenges. However, when strategically applied, trust situs can provide tax benefits for all parties involving in managing or benefiting from the trust. I hope you all heard that. Now, let me go back here.
Family. Again.
The abstract.
Go ahead, brother.
The abstract is telling you where the trust. Now listen to this. The abstract is telling you where the trust situs is located. The location of the trust is what makes it situs. So the trust parties will consist of trustor, trustee, beneficiaries, and settlor, which are all trust parties to the situs trust. The trust itself is a corpus body. Changing the trust situs may result in significant administrative and tax benefits. What do they mean when they say administrative? They are talking about the executor on how he or she executes. The word tax benefit is talking about accounting. So you have to know both the administrative process and the accounting. Changing the situs to a more favorable trust and tax state could result in significant savings from both an administrative and a tax perspective. You find these damn attorneys and accountants trying to find tax haven states that are more favorable trust and taxing states that could result in significant savings. This was done by Prophet Noble Ali. He left out of New Jersey, and went to Chicago, Illinois, for this very same reason, which is more favorable to the Moors. Now, but I take it a step further than that. Now, brothers and sisters, I am going to show you how to change the trust situs to a more favorable trust, such as a foreign trust called the Express Trust with a 98 EIN number located in Taiwan. You have found a tax haven foreign country with more tax benefits and protection for the Express Trust and all trust parties. Did you all get that? This is why you set it up in Taiwan. This is why you need a 98 number. Brother Hank, I finished a little bit. Let's bring the brother on first and let him get his out of the way.
All right, hold on 1 second. Thank you, Professor Bey. All right, we're going to move this.
And I would like to say he's one of my first clients. He's been with me a while, family. Good brother, but I'll let him talk.
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids, Prophet Pat Johnson. You got any better lighting, man? Because right now you look like a ghost, brother, in all that darkness.
Peace to the gods. Peace to brother and Professor Hank for this platform, for Dr. Bey to express all the information of remedy and all the information. I met Dr. Bey in 2018. I was at a Jonah Bey seminar. I was traveling. Went to Jonah Bey seminar. At the first half of the seminar, pretty much Jonah Bey was speaking about court order, everything like that. Pretty much all the information we needed to do. And I felt in my heart, in my mindset, that he's the only person who had the information. And I seen brother Dr. Bey come in That brother was sharp. He came in. I first thought he was a part of Jonah Bay's his team, and after that, I figured that he was not. He was just showing Jonah Bay that court order that I later on saw when I got a consultation with Dr. Bey. Dr. Bey, he has done over 50 things of remedy that has changed my life. I'm not just talking, just to be talking. I can show this information. The first thing he has done is he first helped me authenticate my birth certificate. The second thing we did after going through that, and he showed me how to do that, and we got remedy with that. I got my 9-8 number and my principal entity that was formed out of Taiwan, as he just explained. Also, too, being that said, once we've done that, and I asked him many questions, I said, well, why are we doing it this way? And the reason, there's many reasons why what I thought that he was doing it that way. But the main reason is you have to set it up outside of the jurisdiction of the corporation, according to Title 28 U.S.C. 3002, Section 15A, which the United States declares as a federal corporation. It was one of the teachings he's taught me. And I've inherited the expressions of teachings he's taught me. Like I said, this brother has changed my life. I already have my trust up and running and express all my business I do through my estate, not my social security number, through my estate, my bank account through my estate. Everything that does any type of transaction with homes, mortgages, stuff like that, any entity that you can transfer using your entity or legal devices in this particular maze of orphanage that the corporations, the European colonists have set up to demise us. I use my estate, and my estate is the highest 9-digit EIN or 9-digit CPN credit privacy number. It's the highest. It's the supreme.
Awesome.
And he has done the ticket for me. I got pulled over. I had no decal. I had no tag on it.
Did you have a hood over the engine?
I had none of that. The policy officer pulled me over. The turtleneck pulled me over. And he asked for all that. I said, man, I don't have it, man. He said, what do you have? And I showed him my passport. He gave back. And they gave me, he can still give me that ticket. But watch this, key thing. I didn't sign that ticket. I didn't sign that contract he wanted to give me. And I told him I wasn't signing it. From the teachings of Dr. Bey, Professor Bey has given me. This was in 2019, 2018. So that was like one of the third things he's done. And the ticket was 115. They sent me back information, say, hey, you can pay through credit card. How do you know how they do? And I said, hey, Dr. Bey, man, I was getting nervous. I said, hey, man, we got to do something, man. They won't come get me, whatever. So he sent some more information, and that chopped their neck off. And the body was flowing, everything in the head was another way. So pretty much it went from a $115 ticket. They say either pay $115 or pay $10. And right then it was case closed. Never heard from him again.
Wow.
So that's a remedy. He does tickets too, y'all. He does he does so much that he's not even explaining or expressing. And as Professor Hank always says on this platform, this is just an appetizer. And I've been eating the entree the whole time. I just been on the backgrounds, listening and learning as I go. And as Professor Hank has these platforms, this channel of open for the airways, so we can learn. Not only learn, don't sit there and just listen, but be proactive and contact Dr. Bey for a consultation. The same way he's gonna do y'all, he did me. I just got ahead of the game because I met him maybe in existence prior to you all. He's done so much. He's done my passport. He's done, like I said, the ticket. He's done my trust. Now we're working on some other things. I'm not gonna reveal what it is because
don't reveal it.
We're cooking in the kitchen.
Wait till it's finished baking. Our ancestor once said, "Let the world know what you intend to do, but show it first."
I'm trying to tell you, man, but it's so much he can do. He's so brilliant in his abstract thinking. He's born for this stuff, man. This man lives, breathes, and eats this commerce and eats this information. He just sits there and studies. I've been around him. I know this brother. I know how some of the things he thinks. He showed me certain ideas, not everything, but in steps. And I just want to encourage you all, family, that I'm not paid on here to say this. I'm just telling y'all my experience of my 2 years, soon to be 3 years, 2021. Because what's about to happen right now, we about to be good, man. But I don't want y'all to be on the wagon and the wheels fall off. And y'all just sitting there. So I'm
Thank you.
coming not only as a private, but as just as a brother to a sister, a brother to a brother, as a brother to the family. Have an intensive ear, a faith of heart, and a silent tongue with this information, because this is valuable information that will change your life. My life has changed. I cannot explain how I'm living, where I'm living, and where I'm going.
Ashe, give thanks.
Yes, sir. So I just want to extend my gratitude to first God above, the supreme God, universal God. Also to Professor Hank for opening the airways with maggots and crystals and your contributions to this community. And most kudos and to most respect to God for brother and professor and Dr. Bey, as I call him Dr. because he is a doctor. He's just a doctor information. So don't sleep on him. But if you're gonna sleep, get out the way so the ones who ain't sleep, we can move.
Right on.
So until we meet again, peace to the gods. Peace.
Peace, peace. And now I want to bring on our beautiful sister Bashira. Peace, sister. Just don't sit there looking pretty. Talk to us. She just smiling, Professor Bey. She just smiling. Maybe she can't hear. Okay, hold on.
Got it on.
Unmute. You got to unmute your mic. You got your mic turned off. Turn on your mic.
Much.
Oh, there you go. Up. You turned your mic. Turn it up. Turn it up.
There we
Volume.
go.
Turn the volume up.
All right. Greetings and peace. Thanks. Give thanks. I'm glad to be here. Okay. Can you hear
Tell
me
us your
now?
story. How'd you end up here?
Okay. Peace. So well, through your show, I was introduced to Mr. Bey by watching your show, and I'm grateful for that. So I connected with him right away, right after watching the show. Like December 18th, I reached out to him, and surprisingly enough, he reached right back the same day. I was really shocked by that. We spoke. He told me the first, our initial meeting was free. So I asked him all the questions I possibly could think of. And he was there,
First meeting was
ready
free,
with
and
me, very knowledgeable.
he returned your phone
Patient.
call too. You can't beat that. Please
Yes.
continue. Please continue.
Yes, like right away. I was really shocked. So yeah, so I asked him questions about the express trust and the spiritual name and the EIN number and all of what that meant. So he explained to me that so many words that it was freeing ourselves from the U.S. federal corporation. In doing so, it's in the reverse form. So everything says getting a birth certificate when we were born, we do that in reverse. So I process of authenticating my birth certificate, but the main thing we just achieved recently is getting the EIN number, which we did in less than 1 week. We rehearsed it. He went over all the possible roadblocks that we possibly could meet, and in the phone call, I mean, every single one of them was covered. They tried everything possible not to give me EIN number. One of the IRS ladies that we spoke with, agents that we spoke with, was about 7B in particular with the S4 form. And I mean, everything possible that, that she could ask me is questions on the form, questions off the form. And he had me so well prepared that I was ready with every roadblock that she provided. And so excited about that. I thought the process would be easy, but it definitely not.
Wonderful,
But
wonderful.
Mr. Bey prepared me for it. I'm so grateful. Any of you guys thinking about getting free, don't look past Mr. Bey. He's a very professional,
Excellent.
patient teacher, instructor, and he knows his greeting thing.
Thank you for sharing that. Again, family, these are all appetizers. In the chat, we're not going to give you a free consultation. This is a free appetizer, and that's enough. You want more? That's good. Mr. Bey 33169 at gmail.com, 786-624-8257. And we're going to wrap it up because I'm tired of sitting here. I need to take a break. And I'm sure that Professor Bey, spirit willing, will be here next week. Thank you again, Professor, for an excellent presentation. And
Thank you too, sir.
And family, we strive to make it better. I want to thank you, Sister Bashira. I want to thank Prophet Pat. I want to thank all of you, the listening audience. Thank you for making the difference just by our frequency. Peace and blessings.
Say often, yes, I am. Supreme shield of protection surrounding me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am remembering all I was born to do. Yes, I am. Take hold of your crystal, which will magnify your I am affirmations at least 600%. If you don't have a